Hey, welcome. We're live. Fortunately, we went live seconds after the crew got done talking about bestiality. I'm Arthur Perkins. This is APGamingREAL. I'm joined by 4 other guys with beards, which is apparently what people see when they tune in for this show. The 12 days of Christmas have begun. Yes, I know that the actual 12 days of Christmas don't start until Christmas Day, but I'm not going to wear this fucking hat after Christmas. Christmas is a holiday that begins on December 1st and ends December 25th, 12:01 a.m.
12:01?
Yeah, if you haven't opened your gifts by 12:01 a.m., you fucked up real bad.
What if your gifts are being sent across the world because...
Then it's not Christmas anymore, bitch.
And it's your fault.
Yeah, and it's your fault. You ruined Christmas.
Amazon Prime.
Yeah, should have got Amazon
gifts.
Prime.
They're not Christmas gifts. They're just gifts.
Yeah. Save that shit for the new year.
So let me ask you a question. If Amazon package comes to you in the mail, is it a gift or is it a package?
It's technically fulfillment if you read the thing.
What if it's a gift package?
I mean, I guess it's like, I guess a gift could
Isn't
be a
that
package,
an option
but not all packages
when
are
you're
gifts.
when you're filling out stuff for Amazon
Yeah,
Prime? It says,
but it's a
"Is this
gift.
package a gift?" Yes, no.
But it is, but like...
Amazon Prime, Twitch Prime. You should go use your Twitch
Wow,
Prime. Right
Drumurboy.
I
Wow.
would pay them...
I know.
I got it in right there.
Yeah.
Do you reckon you can gift wrap Gift Prime?
I don't know.
I mean, you can gift subs, I guess.
The real package you need to
You
gift
could gift
is
the gift cards that you could use to sub to AP Gamer.
Can you actually do that?
Yeah, you can transfer like a whole bunch of cards into
Yeah, you can buy like
Amazon Pay stuff.
Look, I went and bought like 3 or 4 gift cards for people, and then they closed my Amazon account and they told me I needed to call them back, and they locked everything. I was so mad. And they were like, we discovered scammy, fraudulent activity. I was like, I bought 4 gift cards, motherfucker. Give me my goddamn account. And they were like,
cards are
okay,
paid.
we'll give you your account back. You'll have to repurchase the gift cards. I was like, you what? You going to give me my gift cards?
I work for Amazon, okay? Jesus Christ.
you weren't
I
buying,
bought
like,
those gift cards. You're going to give them to me.
You weren't buying like knives, tape, plastic wrap,
What
you
the
know,
fuck?
handcuffs. Like you bought some gift
What?
cards.
Are you watching Dexter? Like,
I'm just saying, like you didn't buy a suspicious things. Oh, he bought 4 gift cards around Christmas. I wonder what those could be for.
What if it's all a machine learning
Drugs.
plot? Enough people bought gift cards with like scissors and duct tape and like weird sex gags to trigger only gift cards. It's
Dave,
Amazon, dude. People do weird stuff.
how's your week, Dave?
Yeah, pretty good. The Russian army hasn't invaded yet, so that's good.
Yeah, I've been keeping up on that situation. It's basically everyone's forgotten about it, but as soon as something
Yeah.
happens, everyone will suddenly pay attention.
But they lost to you
Yeah.
guys last time, so
I don't know what to say there, but you know, things are going fine. It's the end of the year. Things are slowing down work-wise for me, but other than that, we're pretty good.
it's not a really bad thing.
Yeah, things are slowing down here. We would consider slowing down the government until it stops.
Sweet, I like it.
It's
That was a good idea.
it's a terrible
Is that-
idea
is it-
right before
is that when-
Christmas to
Is that
basically
when the
fire
purge happens?
millions of people.
Yeah.
Merry Christmas. There's no government.
Yeah. It's not even the first time this happened. They did it in like 6
Wait.
or 7 years ago. They shut down the government.
Is this an actual
Right
thing, or you just
No,
being
they're
a-
planning to
No,
shut down the government again.
They don't.
They
because
did it like
can't
6 or
figure out
7
how
years
to
ago.
fund
It completely gutted the Republican strategy.
Yeah.
It's so dumb. It's
Okay.
literally there's 11 other months of the year where you could shut down the government and not be considered insane. And yet they always repeatedly pick December. I just don't.
So, okay, for what purposes would they have for shutting down the government?
They're
You
trying to
know,
get political stuff passed through before the new.
Trump wants to secure funding for his wall.
Yeah, he wants to get it in before the next wave of senators and
they don't want
House.
to do it, and so he threw a temper tantrum on live television the other day, which was pretty amazing.
yeah.
to
He
see.
can build the wall out of his own bullshit, you know.
But it's keeping with the Christmas spirit. Elf on the Shelf, Vice President Mike Pence was sitting there,
Oh my god!
literally not moving at all.
Someone was
With his
asking
eyes closed,
if
right?
he'd been tracked by a Secret Service agent.
Well, I think he heard government shutdown and just powered down.
That was his
That's their safe word.
keyword or whatever it is. It activates him.
Mike Pence is extremely upset. They stole his chief of staff. They did. They did. They were going to hire his chief of staff as their, or whatever. They were going to hire Mike Pence's chief of staff as their replacement chief of staff. And that guy was like, well, no. And actually, I quit. My current job, I'm going home, and I'm never working in government again.
Man.
I saw a news headline that says, something like "worst job in the world has opening," and it's for Trump's chief of staff.
So, I mean, look, we got super political here.
Wow.
Speaking of politics, have you guys seen any of the stuff from the UK courtrooms? That shit's hilarious.
My goodness.
They stole a mace. Apparently,
They stole the
Yes,
mace.
they stole a
this
mace.
symbolic mace, and they can't fucking do anything. It's like a goddamn fraternity or something. With we don't have the battle, we can't talk.
And then some old lady came and she's like, no, honey, and took the mace from the guy.
Yeah.
Put it back.
What the fuck is happening in the world? I'm sitting here in Poland just being like, what? They're shutting down the government in America? I've never heard of this. But
I'm just freaking out because it's really unseasonably warm in Canada. It's like it wasn't even in the minuses today.
Yeah, don't worry. Like 95% of Antarctic ice has melted.
unseasonably warm.
All of the original Antarctic ice that has been there for a super ass long time has all melted
It's
now.
true.
We only have that new ice, you want to get that nouveau money ice out of here. We need the old money ice.
You got that new ice.
Yeah, I don't want that dinosaur drink. Okay, bring back the new ice. I want it to be my water again.
Forget the art, the t-shirt. I want dinosaur drink as a t-shirt. I want that. Somebody get on it. Get on it.
When I'm urinating, I don't want to be urinating in something that dinosaurs would have died in.
Yeah, absolutely.
I want the same stuff my father urinated in, that my grandfather urinated in. That's all I'm saying. Dino drink. Put it back. I don't know where we're going. Dave, do you have anything else before we just... I don't know.
No, hey Brian, how's your intro?
I thought I'm supposed to be Florida man, and yet here Arthur is.
My intro's good to go. I'm happy to be here.
I had a question for you. All right.
Yes.
2 questions, actually. I was thinking that once the diners, drive-ins, and dives cinematic universe started, could we nominate Jesse Cox to play the reboot of Guy Fieri? Maybe spike him, give him some blonde, and then pass him off.
Much like myself, I think he's losing a lot of hair on the top of his head, so the spike might look a little weird. But we
No,
could
you just
Look, it's
spike it
Hollywood.
around.
They got wigs.
we could certainly put sunglasses backwards on his head, for sure.
Exactly. And some sort of extremely colorful shirt.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, 100%. So you agree that when they announced the Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives cinematic universe as part of the new Food Network Phase 1, we're all
Battle for Flavortown.
Battle for Flavortown. When the reboot starts, we're voting for Jesse Cox, 100%.
Oh yeah. I'll put my vote in.
All right, excellent.
As long as you vote for me to play the car.
What are you, Knight Rider?
Yeah. No, I'll just be on all fours and he'll be on my back with like one of those. Have you seen those saddles for dads to give their kids horsey rides? We'll just put one of those on my back.
Do you make good vroom vroom noises? These
And you're gonna have like one of those ab crunch rollers on both feet.
Oh,
and the hands.
yes, perfect.
And then you could
we can
have
only be going downhill. All restaurants have to be at the bottom of a hill.
you could
I
have
mean,
Guy
that show
Fieri.
runs on gravity, so
You could have Guy Fieri fighting like live action Sonic.
No, please no.
Live action.
Because he would be Sonic from the Sonic Drive-In,
Oh my god.
you know what upsets me? There's literally a war going on, and they're making a Sonic live action movie.
You know what upsets me? I still don't have Sonic as part of my characters list on Smash. It's rough
just
life.
reset it every time you do a one stock battle.
Oh, I guess I could try that.
Literally, it works. That's all you need to do.
I want Snake. That's all. Everybody that has a sword plus Snake. That's who I need on my team.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Drumurboy, what do you got?
I'm Drumurboy. I make music. I've been making music a lot recently because I've got just about as much work as normal and 2/3 of the month to do it in. So
Hell yeah.
been kicking some serious ass recently though.
That's true. How do we sell out for you? You've been selling out for me all night, but how do I sell out for you? SoundCloud.com/Drumurboy, Spotify.com/Drumurboy.
If you want to give me actual money and you don't want to give me money, you can listen on Spotify or Apple Music if you have that. If you want to actually give me money, you can go to Bandcamp. Those are the places.
Bandcamp.com/Drumurboy?
Yep. And then also
You get a cut of the Spotify stuff though, don't you? You get a cut from the Spotify stuff though, don't you?
Yeah, it's
very small, I know.
Yeah. I think I worked it out. My last year's revenue was like 0.0035 cents a listen, but
that's more than I make.
No, we just need our bots.
Yeah. It's not awful, but it's not great. Streaming, making a living as a musician is near impossible nowadays. That's why I do stuff for hire. So just go support Roleplay and Roll20 and nerderdie.com. Oh, I just finished something for nerderdie.com that'll be up maybe in the new year. I don't imagine they'd release it over Christmas. That might be a bad plan, but yeah. Atomic, what's up?
I've been out of town all week, and I've done fucking all.
Why are you fucking all of the things?
Because
can you control yourself?
I saw what Zeus was getting up to, and it looked like a good time.
That is true. Zeus did fuck everything.
Oh, don't put your dick too late.
I feel like Zeus and Loki probably would be best bros.
They're like father and son, aren't they?
Loki's from a completely different mythological system.
Pantheon.
Throwing lightning bolts was a euphemism. That's what that was. Just, and then a baby.
Yeah, but I guess I got to spend some time with the grandparents, but I also had no internet for 4 days and wanted to kill myself after listening to my grandmother talk for 4 straight days.
Oh, you baby. You baby. Old people have the best things to say.
Name one old person thing that is literally the best thing to say.
I mean, if it was like an old person with like some good experiences and like life lessons, sure. Not a racist grandmother from the South. No.
We'll just learn from her not what to be.
That's not hard.
But that's the problem, Dave. By the time he grows old, the people's idea of what the old people will be like will be him.
Damn.
I'm already an old man at heart.
That's how it works.
Speaking about Too Real, let's talk about APGamingREAL.
Well, actually, we need to cut back over to Spootnik. Someone messaged me on Discord and was like, "You cut Spootnik off at the beginning of his intro and then jumped to Drumurboy," which I think might be true.
Maybe.
What, today?
Yes.
Even Spoot forgot.
Spootnik, what's going on with you?
I was concentrating more on not skipping your intro, Arthur, because that apparently.
But I was concentrating on not skipping your intro. Well, I actually wasn't, but someone was.
I started fucking with that Fate game a little bit. It's pretty fun.
Oh, you should add us on.
Yeah, you said, "Oh, look at my Discord on the channel for the game," but
yeah, there's a pinned message thing.
What?
Hashtag games.
It's just the game channel. Like
yes,
I thought,
just called games.
Sorry, we can talk about any game. And no, you can't. You really can't.
You can talk about any game you want, mother.
You can't talk about any other games because you'll like start a conversation about a game. Then Arthur will be like, "Check out this anime boob," and then all of a sudden people are talking about.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Dave, that there are multiple conversations going on throughout the day. My bad, yo. My bad.
I see.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, I'll figure that out at some point. But yeah, it's pretty interesting little thing. I like the cards to battle, and you can chain the things. And
it gets better after Orleans. Don't worry.
And it's super kind of JRPG-ish.
Yes, it is. Yeah,
which is nice. But yeah, so I fucked around with that for a little bit. That's about it. Arthur, what have you been up to?
Yeah, Arthur.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm actually kind of busy. On top of the new Fate content drop that I think happened last week. I'm skipping talking about that, but it did take up like 10 hours of my time. Smash dropped, and now I have to beat Smash and Pokemon before Fire Emblem drops in January.
Wait, when does Fire Emblem comes out in January?
Yeah, they're doing like Q1 2019.
Q1 is like all the way up to March.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure it's in January. Look,
Is that going to be Switch only?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah, man, that's why I buy a Switch.
I mean, Switch is great. You know, Sawfang messaged me yesterday and was like, "Hey, Arthur, thanks for encouraging me to buy a Switch because Switch is great."
Huh.
Yeah,
Fucking
like I
sold
want to
people
buy
on
one,
this.
but I have a feeling my girlfriend is getting me one for Christmas, so I'm just holding off.
Yeah, just wait. Don't worry about it.
Oh,
Don't
never
buy it.
mind.
If she doesn't get me that, then I'll just buy it.
Boxing Day sales, bro.
They pushed
Exactly.
it.
True.
Fire Emblem Three Houses isn't until December 27th, 2019.
The Switch might be the first Nintendo console that I've owned since the GameCube. So
Yeah, it would be since the Super Nintendo for me.
I want to talk for a moment about Smash. All right.
do it.
Let me tell you something. I'm here. I got my came with the Switch controller. And everybody else I'm playing Smash with is like, I got my Princess Whatever controller. And someone else is like, I've got my old GameCube controller. And someone's like, I bought my Pro controller. And I'm like, what the fuck? What the fuck? Could you just play the goddamn game without having a special fancy controller? Just Jesus Christ, Dave. You're part of the problem, not the solution. You're part of the problem.
It's the official controller. That
Just play the game.
came with my paper.
You don't need a special controller.
To be fair, though, I
God.
think Smash is one of those games that really fucking hurts my hands. Like, it really hurts my hands. Like, I can play a lot of games, but my thumbs get real sore playing those games.
Are you one of like the white knucklers?
Especially with the thumbs on the joysticks, like I really push them in, you know, like it's bad habit more than anything. But yeah, I'm really disappointed with the Switch Online. Sorry, the
Really?
Smash Online.
Really? They have
Yeah,
that
they got-
spectator thing.
They got. Here's the thing, right?
Okay.
I want to play a particular game style in a Switch on the online, but
Yeah.
it always puts you into 4v4, all items, all that shit, right? It just always does that.
No, you can customize it.
Yeah, but it will, regardless of what you customize, it'll put you into 4v4 items. It will just autofill that stuff. So, and then you got the arena mode, and you could have like 4 people waiting to fight someone in 1v1, but why not just have 3 battles going on simultaneously instead? Instead, you're just waiting in line. And the part that gets me the most is that they have all these cool game modes in there, like the 5-man tag team, or like the tournament mode or anything like that. And it's like, nah, fuck it, that's not online. That's local only. So it's like it's such a wasted opportunity, honestly. But, what are you gonna do? And it's not like we're paying for the online. Oh wait, we are. Yeah. Anyway, that's me.
That's Dave, extremely bitter about Smash, but still playing it with this custom controller.
Custom, dude. It's this fucking official Nintendo Switch Pro controller.
It's called the Pro Controller. Get good, AP.
Uh-huh.
It's a good thing AP doesn't play flying games because, man, would he be disappointed.
Listen up, motherfucker. I used to play a shit ton of Microsoft Flight Simulator before it had numbers behind it.
His house foundation is built on Sidewinders. Thank
So you used to
very
play
much.
arcade flying games. Okay, excuse me there.
My God, we had joysticks with force feedback, sir, and they had coolie hats on top, and we thought we were pro as shit when we got our 747s to barrel roll.
Just build a floating room with like some space underneath your fake floor, and then like attach the whole room to like a
force
You mean
feedback.
you want to turn the room into a flight simulator is what you're saying?
yeah,
Like a flight simulation room. Okay.
Like the one NASA has. That's very expensive.
except for way
All
cheaper.
for it.
I don't know the exact building codes of the state I live in, but I'm pretty sure that lifting a whole room up and putting it on force feedback probably
like-
very expensive and also very against code.
You just do what you do.
You build a bigger room and then make it smaller inside that room, and no one ever knows.
That's what you do. That's how you do floating rooms in studios, like how to get like a studio on a second floor, not to transfer too much base to the people below. You just build a floating floor. It's just like a second floor that has like maybe 2.5 inches of space between that floor and the next one with some diffusing material in between.
Okay, you got me there.
And
What
so
else
the
is
diffusing material, just get some like little fucking pneumatic. Whoop, whoop. Hey man.
Definitely have to go hydraulic.
Let us remember that this is the day where Drumurboy literally said, "Let's get some whoop whoop."
Yeah.
He's hard like that.
We should do some whooping. What do you guys think?
Wait, I haven't even gotten to my week yet. I just talked about Switch.
Oh my gosh.
Look, I'm not trying to extend this out, but the audience might want to know. Okay, fine. You know what? That's my intro. Fuck life, I guess. Let me write down what the time is, and we'll just get started.
If you're gonna take like a break and then continue your intro, you have to do an ad for Twitch Prime. You know this.
If I recall last time, you all fought a fuck ton of zombies, and then more undead, and then a dude showed up, and the icon I used is from an icon pack that I bought way back, and I described the guy, and then immediately Dave goes Doctor Strange, and I'm like, that's not what he looks like at all.
It's Dr.
That might be
Strange
what the token looks like,
he's
but
doing
that is
like
not the guy that I
metal horns on his hand
described.
with some blue
I
fire.
understand that's what the token looked like, but that is not what the guy looked like. It's fine.
No.
Sometimes we
have-
can't get tokens that match exactly what we want. I don't always have my artist ready to make every single NPC in the world.
Oh, don't you?
No, I don't. I'm sorry.
They're too busy running away from his money.
It's true.
The funny thing is that actually happens. That's the
I know.
weirdest part. I don't understand it.
Paying me, Arthur. God damn it.
Yeah, I've had people say that to me. It's so weird. Anyway, everyone exploded. Somehow you all survived a battle that definitely should have killed you without taking too much damage. As a result, I'm just going to award you all 1 point of inspiration, which you can use to take advantage on any d20 roll.
Sick.
Or negate disadvantage.
There was also something to do with death rolls with inspiration, right?
Yes, you can use inspiration on those rolls.
Okay.
Good advantage, but that's kind of a waste of inspiration.
You could call it a waste of inspiration, or you could call it not dying.
Truth.
If it's on your last death save, I could see that.
You have twice as many chances to hit that 20.
Where do we keep inspiration on this?
I don't know.
There's a little
There's a
inspiration.
thing that says inspiration. It should say no. If you click it, it turns to yes.
Oh, I was okay. Cool.
Yes,
Gotcha.
yes.
Yes, y'all.
Now, if I recall correctly, we ended the session a little early when you all stumbled into a nighttime encounter. You had taken a rest during the middle of the day and decided to walk all night back towards the town of Bondarok. As a result, you were being stalked by 3 gnolls.
Mm-hmm.
Level 3, boys. Let's do it.
So, if I'm recalling correctly, it is Kelly and Askren who can both see the gnolls. So, Kelly, you are able to see all 3 gnolls. Askren, you're only able to see the physically larger gnoll that's wearing a chain shirt. What you see, Kelly, is 2 of the gnolls duck down almost like hyena style and run along the grass. And they're trying to flank your party. Askren, you also see the large gnoll kind of jogging to catch up with your group. He's got one hand on the long spear that's mounted on his back, and is trying to catch up with all of you.
Catch up as in like we pass them and they're chasing us?
Yeah, kind of. Like he's like jogging to catch up from behind to your group.
Okay. What's the distance on this?
He's about 60 feet behind you because that's how far your dark vision extends.
All right. So I'll basically, as I'm drawing my weapon, I'll say 3 of them. 2 are flanking and 1's coming at us with a long spear.
3 of what? What do you see?
Some sort of dog.
Do you
thing. I don't
turn
know.
to look with your lantern?
Yeah.
All right. As you do, you immediately spotlight the Noel, and it goes as you light it up.
Get
It
it, boys.
throws a hand up in the way.
Don't like light, eh?
Yeah, Drumurboy. It turns out that when you're walking in the dark and someone suddenly shines a bright ass light in your face.
What's the what? Can I thaumaturge the light brighter?
You and this fucking thaumaturgy.
I'm trying to get some use out of it because it's a
he's
fucking
gonna-
weird
he's-
thing, huh?
He's gonna make it work, dude. One of these days, Thermatize is gonna work.
It's been
Have you
working
ever-
constantly. Every time the druid shows up, you're like, I stopped the flames from getting bigger. In fact, I put the flames out entirely. That's pretty much all you use it for, is to put out flames.
Yeah, it's a deflation tool. man.
You can cause flames to brighten, so you can, in fact, Gandalf the lantern light.
Good. Fucking done.
Wah! Do you also change its color?
Oh, make it like rapidly change colors like a fucking disco ball thing.
No, you know when you go on the highway and you pass someone with those like bright blue high beams?
Yes, yes, I do.
Those.
The one guy that used headlighter fluid,
Yeah.
make his lights super bright.
Yeah.
Great. All right. So this guy's now taking a few steps back with his hand still on the spear, trying to block the light out.
Can we get a surprise round on him? Ranged?
Yeah. Are you just gonna?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Fucking drawing.
Let's hop on over.
I would also like to do that then as well, since I can do spells.
I mean, yeah, I can range attack him too.
Yeah, don't worry. The audience on YouTube has been crucially murdering you over the fact that you don't have any ranged attacks.
Who?
You,
Who?
Dave.
Me? I have range attacks. What are you
You
talking
now.
about?
I mean, now you do. Now
In what
you
way
do.
have they been crucially murdering me?
They're because you're like, I don't have a ranged weapon.
Yeah, it's for cowards.
Now you're a coward like the rest of us.
Welcome to the club.
Yeah, that's it.
All right. Do we have you guys
Hey,
on the
look.
correct map? I think so. You can start anywhere within the orange box to set yourself up.
Here's the thing. I'm not a coward. I'm a hypocrite because, let me tell you, those spells that give me range powers was given to me by war. So by a process of elimination, I am the least amount of coward you could possibly get. By the way, I love that we're playing on the same map as we always play on when we have these encounters.
Yeah, it's the
because
roadmap.
I like the idea that this is just Dragon Age 2.
Yeah, it's just like
and
tile
we just go
sets.
past
Yeah.
the same rock every time.
Well, I'm sorry, I don't have 15 maps to represent.
No,
the,
dude, it fits.
The
It's
same
like-
road that you keep going past over and over again.
The only thing that could make this better is if they have 8-bit maps overhead on Roll20.
Let's go ahead and roll initiative then, because it seems like you guys are all set up.
Is surprise go before initiative, or we roll initiative?
You roll
get our
surprise and get your roll initiative and get your surprise off of that.
Okay,
Roger.
my boy.
Because I need to know if this guy gets any. What do you call those actions that are a lot like regular actions but aren't?
Bonus action.
No,
Bonus actions?
reactions. He gets a
Oh,
reaction, but not until his turn starts.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, I killed it. That's the best initiative roll I've had all.
Finley, speaking of
campaign.
killing it,
Yeah. I'm gonna kill that guy up ahead of us. Oh, with my crossbow. Or not
Alright.
crossbow, short bow. How does a 9 do for
all right,
you?
you fire off a 9.
Killing it.
The arrow lands short of this guy, and he takes a hopping step back, and he's like, "What the? Wow!"
Right. That's right. There's more where that came from.
It should be noted, Kelly, that he's speaking in Orc. It's your turn.
Using context clues, I understood that he was surprised.
Yeah, he seems pretty surprised. He's still super shocked.
In Orcish, then, as I fire off my Sacred Flame. Sorry, eating a pretzel. As I fire off my Sacred Flame, I'll say to him, well, out loud, not directly to him, in Orcish, stop crawling around in the night and come fight me.
He's literally walking openly towards you.
There's two other dudes that ran off.
That's true. All right, fire off your flame.
Actually, how far away am I? I might not even need to. Yeah, I still need to. Okay. I'll go 30 though, first, and then shoot it off.
Shoot it off. With all the stuff Drumurboy's doing earlier. We're just not doing phrasing anymore. It's not a thing we do.
Nope.
A full archer. All right. Why don't you just go ahead and pop off that attack? Let it all out.
Bet you would pop off some of those sick battle beats.
Oh yeah. I mean, how about the one where he just explodes instantly and dies?
He dies?
No, of course not. That's like 2 damage. I mean, it's like 7
damage.
Sure.
7.
Okay.
Yeah, he dies.
You ignite a small flame. It gives him a slight burn as he continues to scramble backwards. Daka.
Bonus action, Hunter's Mark. And
these
fire.
sick battle beats, man.
It's crackling
Yeah,
fire.
sorry. You'll get battle beats when there's an actual battle.
Yeah, that crackling fire from me just burning his little tuft of butt hair.
Nope.
You let off an arrow as well. It sails over Kelly's shoulder and then just sails over the Knoll's shoulder. There's a lot of sailing going on. All right, Agram.
You could say that arrow was null and void.
Oh my god.
Nice. Null and void, you know what I mean?
Just take a second. Let's take a second just to be disappointed. Okay.
Your upcoming attack, you mean? Like, what are you disappointed for?
I mean, probably. I'm used to. This is me. I'm used to failure. All right, I am also going to.
Just gotta get those swearing arrows, man. Those swearing arrows did wonders.
Hey, look, they worked against whatever his stupid elf face was. Yeah, I'm gonna bonus action cast the Hunter Smart. I couldn't think of the name of it. And well, 20 wants to stop. Closing my character sheet.
Hey, that looks good.
Nice.
It does look like it will hit. You strike the Knoll, and the arrow deflects off of the chain shirt, but he grabs at his shoulder where it hits, and he's like, "Gah, gah, 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 gah."
I think it's what, 12 also because of Hunter Smart.
No, you roll a d4.
Oh, you're right.
It's Hunter's Mark is D6.
Is it decent?
Yeah.
Conflicting information.
I thought it was a d4.
Oh,
It's fine.
There you
roll
go.
better.
15.
Finley. It's the
Yes.
first real round. It's like a surprise round, except no one is surprised.
Okay.
In the distance, you hear the sounds of Arthur putting on an actual battle soundtrack.
Nope.
Okay.
All right. So I'm gonna move up.
Moving on.
You know, Dave, as long as you're on the show, I guess we're going to see you continue to
And I will
keep fishing.
take a shot. Oh, 21.
Yeah, that will hit.
5.
Anything else?
That's all I got, I think.
All right.
So, can I ask why you're not doing things like using your bonus action to stealth?
Why do we need a stealth? There's only one guy, and we've already fucked him up for like over 20 damage.
Or you get an extra, you get your stealth attack if you attack from stealth.
All right.
No, I only get sneak attack if an ally is standing next or
No,
Or if
also
you
get
have
it
advantage on the roll, like if you
Yeah.
attack from.
Oh yeah, it's just an advantage. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So look, here's the deal. This guy immediately breaks into a dash and runs away. He drops down onto all fours in order to achieve this, and the whole time in Orca, she's just like, "Crazy! You crazy!" Do you want to attempt to chase, Kelly?
Fuck yeah! Are you
Okay.
kidding me?
All right.
I'm like fucking 2 XP from level 3.
Daka, chase.
I can just shoot from here, can I?
He's gonna be outside your vision range, like immediately, because he can literally move farther than you can see.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Can I see him from here?
No, because the amount he can run is off the map.
What about Finley's light? If Finley's light's still bright, does that increase my?
I mean, it doesn't
range?
increase the range of the light.
Okay. There's no like actual mechanical boons to thaumaturgy. I guess I can take a shot at disadvantage though. Blind shot.
Okay, if you want to shoot blind, all right.
13.
That will not hit. Askren, chase.
Yeah, fuck it. Let's go
All right.
after him.
Finley, chase.
Yep.
All right, I want to get an athletics roll from the three of you then. Daka taking blind shots in the night will quickly fall behind.
Yeah.
16.
All right, Askren, you also fall behind. Kelly and
Daka.
well, Daka was taking blind shots in the night.
So is that disadvantage on this, or I got a 15?
Yeah, I mean, so everybody else is running at full speed, and in order to do this, you're like stopping and firing, right? Because they're dashing; they're spending their whole turn to do it.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's literally just Kelly.
I rolled the wrong thing. I rolled acrobatics.
Well,
There we go.
I mean, all that's going to change is the.
It's
amount,
I'm proficient in athletics,
Right? All right,
and it's a different stat. It's strength versus dex.
right. But let me ask you this, right? If we were at a table and you rolled 2 dice, and you were like, "Oh, I meant to roll this one. Let me roll again." We wouldn't do that, right? All we just do is change the modifiers.
Technically, then
We'll just do proficiency then, because
be higher.
I mean, yeah. I mean,
he would add 4 to his acrobatics roll, which would
I
put
mean,
him at
his athletics bonus is +3, and his acrobatics is +2. So he just adds 1.
Is the proficiency not added in there?
Is it?
9. Are you
It's
proficient in it?
I'm proficient in athletics, not in acrobatics.
So
All right.
with the acrobatics,
It's not added in there.
The result would have been an 18.
Yes, it would. Well, it's at disadvantage because he's slowing down to fire shots. So you would have gone from a 6 to an 11, which is still not good enough.
Yeah.
That's okay.
All right. Now
Just
that
make
we're
sure
there,
like I'm rolling the right skill, because one of them is vastly different than the other.
so Finley and Askren, you guys are hustling, but you're just so much shorter than the rest of the party. Even at top dwarf speed, you still can't keep up. Daka is firing blindly into the night over your shoulders. Kelly, you alone are able to keep up with these gnolls. As you're chasing this gnoll, he's just like, "Stop! What? Stop! Stop! Thief! Murder! Murder!" His 2 guys come running up next to him, and they're like, "What's going on?" And then they switch over to speaking in Gnoll. So now you're in a triangle of dudes that are, the first one is running away from you, and the other 2 are behind you, chasing you. What do you want to do? If you want to continue this, you'll definitely catch up with that guy.
Yeah. Like, so Kelly has a focus, right? He's got that laser tunnel vision eye thing going on, and his companions set him on a course, and he's going to follow up for that course after.
Okay.
So
Kelly,
Right.
smash.
I'm going to theoretically reorganize this to demonstrate where you are.
Past the same rock.
Farther
so
down
many
the same
times.
roll. Hilarious, Dave. Work with me a little bit here.
The same fisher guy. He's just like, would you like to buy some fish? As I pass him twice.
Yeah.
All right. So this is where we end up when you corner these gnolls. Let me add these guys to the initiative order.
Roger. So, can I get an understanding here? With the two on the sides, are they brandishing weapons, and were they brandishing weapons at the start of this encounter?
No, they were running on all fours to flank the party in the night.
They
In
have
the
weapons
grass.
at their sides or anything?
Oh yeah,
like
they
that?
definitely have weapons. They have a spear on their back and a longbow.
So the intention here is we are defending ourselves from the anticipation of a gnoll ambush, which definitely looked like was going to happen.
Finley, you and the
Yes.
rest of the party catch up as all of the gnolls are whirling on Kelly. They look upset, would be one word, frightened, aggressive, armed. What would you like to do?
I'm going to take a shot at this duder up here on the top with
Right.
my short bow again, of course, because I'm too far away to stab him. 15.
Yeah, that'll hit. This guy whirls around to block it with the shield. The arrow goes right through his hide shield and is sticking out the side of his arm.
Hurts, doesn't it?
Anything else?
No.
Interesting.
Uh,
This gnoll is going to ready in action.
The one that I'm facing?
Yes. So the gnoll settles into a stance, holds his glaive out. He whips it off his back, and it's just like, time for talk over. Now you die.
We never talked.
Well, it's your turn, Henley. If you want to talk or not talk.
As I'm swinging my hammer at this dude, I'll be like, what is it that you'd like to talk about? Hey, there it is.
oh, shit.
Time to get sticky. Sticky icky.
As you swing your hammer, he blocks it with the spear, and he's just like, something smell good. Wanted to purchase. Crazy like human. And then you guys break apart, and as you break apart, you swing again, and you hit him solidly in the chest.
Yeah, it's like, purchase. You were running at us with a long spear in your hand, and your friends tried to ambush us.
Friends were watching me. I approach alone with hand on weapon to show respect for Orc.
I don't know what to say at this point. It's just like, perhaps
Daka.
after this combat is complete, we can exchange goods and services.
Insurance information.
Daka, this is all in Orc, so no one in your party understands it anyway.
There's a bunch of guttural like stuff happening.
No one but Askren understands it anyway.
I think he said he's going to kill him, Daka.
What are side boys doing? Are they like brandishing weapons?
They are. They're pulling out their spears.
All right, then if they're putting their hands on weapons, I'm gonna shift my hunter's mark to one of them
Okay.
and fire a shot.
Can you do that? I thought you
What is
couldn't shift Hunter's Mark until the target was dead.
Target has to be dead in order for you to.
Target has to be
Yes.
dead.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, then I'll just attack the one that Kelly's attacking then.
All right. Sounds good to me.
24.
Yep, that'll hit.
That's
Yeah,
sticky icky.
Hit that hunter's mark. 6 more.
Oh damn, dude! I don't think you've hit under a 6 with your hunter's mark, even
All
in
right.
the last session.
So here's the deal, Kelly.
Oh. Yeah.
you were the one carrying the cut off head of the dude from the dungeon?
I thought I was.
Oh, you wait. So which? Let's figure this one out because this is super important.
I know I cut his head off. I don't know if we'd specified who was carrying it.
All right.
I mean,
which one of
it's
you got
really-
the head in a bag?
It really depends, like, because I can carry fucking probably the most of everyone here. So
Oh yeah. So if you're kind of like our pack mule, then you would have it.
I thought I was the pack mule, but yeah, if you wanted to carry the head, that's fine. If not, I always assume that things that we pick up that is
Yeah.
whatever would be.
We were on the same page with it, so I think I'd give it to you.
I carried the first head. He's got the second one. You can have the third one. I'm sure it'll come around. Finley can carry one at some point.
There's a brief moment when, in between the clash of
Can I decide?
whether or not to kill this guy,
Yeah.
I think so. I mean, he'll go unconscious and start dying. He'll need to be healed, but
How does a disarming, like non-lethal damage, I guess, work?
I think you just decide when it hits. I'm sure YouTube will give
Is
me
it for-
all the
I'm not-
rules.
This might just be Pathfinder, but I thought non-lethal was you still have to do non-lethal damage to whatever their hit
That's
points were.
Pathfinder.
Just
That's
to-
definitely Pathfinder.
I can't remember if it was in 3.5 as well.
Yeah.
It does. Arthur, I'm with you on the whole making things non-lethal by just saying that it's non-lethal. That does sound like what it was.
I mean, whether it is or it isn't, we don't have time to look it up, right? Someone will get it to us, and in the future we'll do it correctly. However, you shoot over Kelly's shoulder, hit this guy in the collarbone. As he's going down, choking on a little bit of his blood, he's reaching out towards that bag and is just going, "Delicious, so delicious." Then his tongue lolls out, and you can see spit and blood dribbling out of his mouth as he begins to die, non-lethally,
Now,
unconsciously.
So it would probably be like it tied to my backpack or something, I imagine.
Oh, okay. It looks like I can't
Like-
do non-lethal damage with a ranged weapon.
All right, then this guy is actually dying,
Yeah.
100%, real dying. Agrim.
Yes. So I guess since he's technically dead, I can shift my hunter's mark as well.
Well, yeah, he's dying, but yeah, you can shift it.
Okay. Well,
Unless Dave was to somehow be like, I lay hands on him and bring him back to full health. Like the paladin that I am.
To be fair, though, I have healing word, and I can do it whenever I want.
That's true. That's
If we
true.
kill him, if we kill him
We'll
twice,
count him as dead for the purposes of switching your target.
that works for me.
Yes.
I'm going to switch that to the southernmost
Understood.
one and
Show me the power of your dice rolls. Theoretical physics. That's
Oh, no, it's a
quantum.
bonus.
I have a theoretical degree in physics.
You mean the degree is theoretical?
Yes, that's what he means.
I have a physical degree in theory.
I have a physical degree and a baccalaureate of science. Someone told me the other day, they
English
came on my
degree.
stream and were like, I'm going to predict things about you. And then they told me that they predicted that I had a associate's degree in a medical field. And I was like, bitch.
Oh, I
You said
remember that.
what? You said what? I work for my fucking degree.
I have a master's in bullshit.
Oh,
you're-
yeah, what fucking college? I don't believe you.
Okay, it's minors in bullshit, masters in smartassery.
Thank you,
There's a
liberals.
there's a huge ad on the way into Philadelphia for a college that's like, we have standards, we're not standardized, for one of those colleges that don't actually offer accredited degrees.
That's bullshit.
It's like,
God.
I got a piece of paper that's essentially worthless.
But you gave us money
it's in
anyway.
classes, but it doesn't count.
The two gnolls both go, boss! In orc, and then rush at Kelly.
What kind of a name is boss?
Spears, huh? What can you do with the spear? Good stuff.
It's like a
Good stuff.
D6 or something like that.
Yeah, I'm
yes.
about to do the best of stuff.
D6, and you can two-hand it, I think, as well, right? Or throw it.
Yeah.
I was 18.
Nope.
What's your armor now?
19.
That's unfortunate.
It's 16 from the chainmail, +1 from my stance, and +2 from the shield.
Okay. Finley.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a shot at the southern dude.
Southern gentleman.
This will
Ghost
be
boy.
sneak attack with my short bow.
Show me the power of your roll.
Hey.
You go to fire at this guy, his little hyena ears flick for a moment as you fire, and he just ducks his head sideways. The arrow sails past where his head was.
Okay. I'm also going to move forward. What the fuck is my speed? 25?
Really?
Yeah.
And you can't see in the dark?
Legs.
My god.
Look, at least he's not a human, okay?
Yeah, fuck humans. Jesus.
Okay.
Kelly.
That's
sorry,
wrong.
That was docking.
That's wrong.
Well, Arthur, I guess I'll follow through. Warhammer time. Hey.
Yeah.
Hey.
But you didn't say which one you're hitting.
I mean, they're both the same at this point, so top one, I guess.
Okay. They're not both the same, okay? I need you to recognize the individual rights of each of these sentient creatures.
Sure. I will do just that.
Next, you're going to tell me they're 3/5 of a knoll, Dave.
1 second here. Also, I'm not sure if I just want to check if I can.
Just because they're at 20% of their health doesn't mean that they're 20% of a knoll, sir.
I thought you were about to go on some like weird Jim Crow tangent, but for now,
I will use one of my war priest abilities to have another attack on the top guy again.
All right, that's with the bonus action.
Yes, I believe that is my bonus action. Let me just double check. It delivers bolts of inspiration when you blah. When you use an attack action, you may make the weapon attack as a bonus action. Okay. Yep. Mm-hmm. You can use this time multiple times equal to your wisdom. So, which is 2 for me. So I'll just make another weapon attack. Same guy. 15.
Yep.
Sweet. So, oh, okay.
You whip around and slam the hammer into this guy as an arrow hits him in the back, and he just goes, oh, falls to the ground, reaching for his throat, choking on his own blood.
Metal.
Daka.
Bonus action, move the hunter's mark to this boy.
Yep.
The last side boy.
Yep. The last side boy. 21 for 10.
Yeah.
Roll that d6, boy.
3.
All right, you finish slaughtering harmless travelers in the night.
It should have come up more inconspicuously, or more conspicuously, I guess.
I don't know how more conspicuous than walking openly along the road is.
Holding a spear above your head.
No, he put his hand on a spear that was on his back.
Don't put you like show hands and speak.
That's your culture. That's not orc culture, my friend.
In my culture, we were all friends because it was a cult.
Yes.
The orc that we were
Well, guess
relying
what?
on to tell us this culture started bludgeoning them. So
Yeah.
what are we supposed to do?
Fair.
This is literally the prologue to
say
Babylon 5.
He also didn't say thunder before he approached us.
and
Flash.
they did not- as a dwarf, they didn't offer me free alcohol.
What is
so-
this, band of brothers?
Yes. Look, how many times has fucking Finley been shot in the butt in this show? Like,
Well,
4 times?
Dave, we salute the man, not the rank. No, we salute the rank, not the man. That's what I have to say to you.
You don't salute in the field.
Lieutenant Sobel does not hate Easy Company, Private Randleman. He just hates you.
Hi ho, Silva.
That's right. Hurry!
God,
So-
that whole series is just full of memes.
I know, right? It's great. I love it.
You threw my own piss on me. Yeah, you slaughtered all these gnolls in the night.
I'm gonna
They're all
roll
twitching on the ground, bleeding out and dying.
I'm gonna roll to pick up arrows.
Okay, great. That's your primary concern
So
after you.
you said that these guys were adventurers, right?
They appear to be fairly well armed, but their equipment is not top quality, and I didn't say exactly that they're adventurers. They do have travel packs, and a not inconsiderable amount of money on them.
Okay. And you said the guy had a glaive?
Yes.
I'd be very interested in taking a glaive.
Okay, well, you have one glaive.
Cool. And so what was the money that they had? And any other interesting?
All right, so
things?
you get 1 chain shirt, 2 pieces of hide armor, 2 shields,
A chain shirt, huh?
2 spears, 1 glaive that you've already taken, 3 longbows, 34 gold pieces, 400
Oof.
copper pieces, 12 silver pieces.
Hold up.
Partridge in a pear tree.
Are you able to write this down out of curiosity, or
I mean, I guess.
just
I was
into
hoping
the,
you guys
document?
would write it down while I was talking. All right, I'm going to keep talking, and I'm going to write it down afterwards. Because if I stop to write it down, it's going to slow me down. Because now I'm confused. I forgot where I left off. Where was I? 12 silver pieces. 3 traveling packs. Each is filled with a day's rations and a survival kit. So, like, knife, small cooking implements. One of them has a candle.
Is the candle scented?
No.
Smells like dismembered head.
Smells like a candle.
Man. Glaive.
Smells
That'd be-
like level 3, boys.
What are glaives? 1d10? Something like that? I
A
know.
1d10 with reach.
Nice.
Yeah.
I don't think you
why I was
can
interested.
throw them though, can you?
It's also two-hand, like you can two-handed. It's heavy, two-handed, and reach. So you can't throw them. Yeah.
So who's carrying all this stuff? Because this is a lot of stuff.
How much does 400 copper weigh? Is it even worth taking that much copper?
Look at Mr. Richbags here.
It's 400 copper. Is that 4 gold?
Yes.
Yeah, it's 4 gold.
Okay, we should stake it. I mean, I can carry all this stuff, no problem. What's the shield made out of?
It's a hide shield.
Okay.
We can leave the longbows.
The chain shirt is probably going to be actually pretty useful.
Yeah.
Hang on, let me take a look here. Oh, it's a chain shirt. Okay. That'll probably be an upgrade for someone who uses medium, by the way. It's 13 plus dex modifier 2.
Is,
Plus or minus.
hide is not as good as leather, correct?
Hide is medium armor at 12 with a dex modifier of max 2. So it's the same as studded leather, but with the maximum dex advantage. So. And the chain shirt doesn't give you disadvantage on stealth, by the way, in case you were wondering.
I could take that.
Yeah.
Put me up to 15 AC.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no,
Probably fit
no,
you. Yep. So the hide is only worth 10 GP. I don't think it's worthwhile taking that stuff,
Yeah.
but the chainmail was worth 50. So I guess we'll take, I'll take all the gold, I guess, and all the silver and all the copper, like all the money. Do you just want me to add it to my inventory, guys, or what?
What's the stats on the chain shirt?
The chain shirt is 13 plus dex max of 2. So if your dex modifier is 3, it'll only add 2. So max of 15 AC.
Yeah. Okay.
And it weighs 20 pounds.
pretty fucking heavy.
I mean, mine weighs 55 right now, so.
Chainmail's pretty heavy, dude.
Okay, so I'll take all the gold and stuff for now, and then we can just split it up later. I'll just make a note somewhere of what it is.
Just this right here, Spoot, is pretty heavy. Like, it's got to be at least a pound. And that's only like 1 square foot of chainmail. So, shit's heavy as fuck.
Yeah, but that whole thing would cover Finley.
Maybe.
You're not gags, mate.
The important part. The important part.
Yeah, exactly.
How much did you say was the gold was? It was like
It's about four. It was about 4 gold pieces worth of copper, right?
no. How much did you say the gold pieces?
34
we had?
gold pieces, 12 silver,
34.
400 copper.
Okay. All right. Okay. I'll carry all this. No problems.
Well, I'll take the change room wear now, just in case we have an encounter on the way back.
Yep. Okay. So in total, I'm carrying 113 gold. Okay. Cool.
All right.
Sweet.
You murder several travelers looking to buy a dead body.
Well, I mean, you know.
Strip their corpses in the night. Do you do anything, or do you just leave 3 dead gnolls literally in the middle of a well-traveled road?
I'll just drag him to the side, put him behind one of the many multiple variations of rocks that were on the side.
All right.
of the
Well,
road.
that'll last for about a day or two until they start to smell.
Well, I mean, they're
I'll
not.
leave a note that says, "Please dispose."
You gotta
Writing it in blood with a stick.
you gotta
Flash forward a few days when Rorik makes some kind of statement and then climbs up on these rocks and slips on hyena carcass.
Yeah.
That actually would be pretty amusing.
That'd be pretty sick.
You continue your travels towards the city. Would you like to stop before you make it there? If not, we're going to need to make a constitution check to continue
I mean,
past.
I mean, we're in no rush to get back, right? I mean, unless this head has like a use by date on it.
Yes, it's a head. It's decomposing.
Okay.
It's decomposing enough that a bunch of hyenas smelled it and wanted to eat it.
Okay.
Well, how? It's like a day or two old.
Yes. So it's about most of a day old now.
Arthur, I'll salt the head. No, I won't.
Can I?
You don't even have the material to do that.
Can I make a medicine check to like preserve as much as we can,
I mean, it's in a burlap sack.
You don't
It's
have the
about
materials.
or at least try to abate the smell a little bit?
You could. All right, I'll let you make a medicine check. Sure. You need a 12 here.
covered,
Got an
it's
11.
covered in feces. What could go wrong?
You go looking through your medicine bag. You just don't have the materials necessary to slow this down.
It's too stanky right now. Too stanky.
Well, I mean, I'm cool to keep going, guys. That's no
Yeah,
problem.
let's continue to move
Yeah,
on.
we can get to town and rest.
Speaking of stanky, in honor of not Gary Gygax, in honor of Stan Lee, I changed the autocorrect for Tony Stark to Tony Stank on my phone.
Nice.
I'm always gonna remember that scene.
Got a package here for Mr. Tony Stank.
Exactly. All right. You stop to take a rest within sight of town. It's still about 18 miles out.
Oh, I thought we were just going to keep going.
I thought you weren't going to keep going. You told me that you didn't need to rush.
No, we're going to rush.
right.
We're fine going. We'll
All right,
rest in
let's
town.
make a
is what we
constitution check.
Okay. Just a save, you mean?
Yeah, constitution save. Duck.
Jesus.
All right. Let me look up the.
It's a con, not a charisma.
Yeah. I mean, we just use the roll as an 18. I'm sure you will do much better than that on your. You have a -1 modifier on your charisma.
But a
Yeah.
+3 in my con.
Yeah. All right. So you end up with 21.
Good. It's a good one. You actually gain HP back.
It's not how that works.
Dwarven Constitution.
All right. So for the rest of the day, until you rest, Jaka, Finley, you both have disadvantage on ability checks.
Yay!
You arrive outside of Bondroct, a little razzled, a little tired. As the morning sun rises, no one is heading south or east out of town. And the gate guards are just opening the gates as you arrive, and seem confused that there are people like waiting here already. The fishermen have already passed. The fact that there's someone here like right at dawn is confusing, but They wave you forward. One of them takes a sniff and goes, "What's that smell? Do you smell that?"
We're on official business for the what was the guy's title?
The Duke.
The Count. He's the Count.
The Count, yeah. We're on official business on for the Duke regarding the salt mines.
The Duke.
Count.
The Count. So you can tell these two guys immediately look suspicious, and they're like, "Official business. You have a seal then?"
We've been traveling all night. Apologies for the mix-up.
Can I use my
Your Duke's seal?
my impersonation thing?
Yeah. Let's establish what your secondary persona is with your fake signet ring and all that stuff.
I wanted to ask about that. Can you pretend to actually be an adventurer with official adventuring documents?
Yes.
Yeah, that's I'll show my forged Adventurers Guild type documents to the guards, and I'll say the Count, he hired us to clear out all the undead in the salt mines. We've done that. We had to bring back a little souvenir just to prove to him that the job was complete. That's the smell that may be wafting past your nostrils. Excuse me. It's getting a little ripe, so that's why we're here so early at the gate. We need to show this to the Count and then dispose.
Okay, make a performance check.
Okay. I can do that once I find it.
Don't be the cause of another reset, please. Hey, all right, yeah.
There you go.
All right.
Give a little faith.
One of the gate guards strokes his beard while he's looking at
Hold
you.
on. Aren't I at disadvantage?
Oh yeah, you are, from your ability thing.
Oh shit.
All right. That's all right. I'm going to use my inspiration.
Very well.
There
Very
we go.
well.
So, do I roll again, or do I just
No,
get the
you
20?
just take the 20. In the
Okay,
future, you need to use your inspiration before the roll. I'll allow it now because we didn't talk about it.
And he also gave himself up because of the roll. You would have let it slide and shit. So, that's fair.
One guy's stroking his beard, looking at the paperwork, and he's like, I don't know about this. This seems kind of... And the other guy's like, no, he's fine. He's fine. You, of course, have the import tax for doing adventuring work for the Count.
Well, yes, but I'll pay that to the guild, not to the guards at the gate, my good man. And I start to walk past and kind of give him a little bit.
Whoa. No, he's like, whoa. Where are you going?
Well, I'm going to the Count, and then I'll pay the import tax to the guild.
There's entrance taxes.
We've never had to pay entrance taxes before.
It's fine. His the 10 silver or whatever it was last time.
All right, yeah, you pay him 10 silver, and he's just like, that is a man who knows how to do business. And then he raises his hand off of you and lets you go past.
As we go past him, we're like, that's a man who just doesn't want to be in shit.
So the two of them divide up the 10 silver, and they're like, stupid nobles, they fall for it every time.
God damn it.
You barely hear them as you're walking away. As you enter the town, Finley, as soon as you go in, some dude pops out of an alley. He's like, hey, brother, you need a guide in town?
Hey, brother, haven't you done this before? No.
It's a new guy. It's a totally different guy.
You all look the same to me.
Yeah, he's approaching. He's a halfling as well. He's coming over in like jovial clothing, lots of scarves. He's just like, hey, you think we all look the same, huh?
I thieves can't to him. Not now, brother.
All right, he's
We'll
like,
catch up
oh
later.
shit. Okay, all right.
Can thaumaturgy conjure a slight wind?
I'll say, don't blow our cover.
God. A slight wind? Thaumaturgy. That's probably more like druidcraft. You can
You
can create a sound. You can cause harmless tremors in the ground.
I love the idea that your slight wind is just like literally just that sound effect.
I make a farting noise when it happens, and they're like, oh, God, oh.
All right, you guys force your way into town, ignoring all of the distractions on the way in. What do you want to do?
We gotta give the count some head, I guess, right?
Oh my god, I was waiting for it.
Phrasing has gone out the window.
Yeah, we lost it way earlier. Yeah, I mean, it was your fault, Drumurboy. You started this.
How much XP is phrasing to kill?
0.
Fuck. Okay. Well,
You get more XP for killing my morale.
Let's go get the count some head then.
You head into the center of town to go to the Count's government offices there. As you approach the government building, 2 much better dressed and armed guards stop you on the way up and are just like,
I don't know. I have like fucking 5 weapons now.
yeah, yeah, exactly. You're going up the stairs and they're like at the top with shields and spears armed like phalanxes. And they're just like, we're going to need you to come with us and disarm. All of you.
Is this in relation to something? We're here to see the Count.
Exactly. We're not letting you in to see the Count covered in weapons.
Oh, no, that's fine. Can we at least get like a ticket?
What's
or
that
something?
smell?
Proof.
Proof of what?
Solution to your salt mine problems, my friend.
What he said.
I see. All right. They don't give you a ticket for your weapons, but they do take you to the weapon version of a cloakroom called the Armory, where you can put your weapons on some racks.
Make sure to get your cod punched on the way out.
That's also not a thing that they say.
Your third visit is free.
None of that is true.
Devalidate fucking. Listen, I have a ticket to the third wizard's towers.
Do you validate buggies, or who do I got to see about that?
You are taken to the second floor of this place. Everything here is of considerably higher quality than anything you have spotted so far.
Do they allow me to keep my
No.
spell thing?
Nope.
My symbol.
It's literally a dagger.
Oh, it's 2 daggers, right?
It's 1 dagger.
No, it's 1 dagger.
It's 1 dagger.
Okay.
That was pulled out of a dude's crotch.
Yes, I remember.
Still haven't watched it. just immediately took it right off.
I don't know. I'm carrying around.
Wiped it with a rag.
I love the idea that you hand it to one of the guys and he's just like, what is this? And then just like puts it on the wall. Doesn't watch his hand.
That's a sign of my faith. And he's like,
You ever clean this thing?
My faith is strong.
Smells like bad cheese.
you're talking to my god there.
The brick is laid down. Floors are all covered in particularly fine rugs. There are tapestries along the walls, and on the second floor, in front of his antechamber, there is a banner that hangs above the door, proclaiming both the name Bondurant and Freehold. The secretary outside is just like, can I ask your business, good sirs? He's a particularly aged halfling with a very, very fluffy beard. We're talking like the finest sheep fluff.
My good man. Love the beard. We're here to see the Count.
Thank you. I see. And on what business are you here to see the account for?
I'll like hand out my hand for the head bag.
Drips a little bit.
Yeah, just like hold it up. I'll reach in, kind of a little bit magicianly, like pull out the head of the man.
You thaumaturgy the eyes to blaze with the light of 1,000 suns.
A tremor goes through the entire city.
All right, you
Slight wind.
You tremor harmlessly 1 minute around this as you pull it out.
I'm not serious.
The man's just like, oh my, you appear to have brought a dead hand in here. And he's like waving to the guards behind you, like whistling, like, hey, woohoo, woohoo.
This is your salt mine problem.
Oh, is it? Is it? And like the guards are coming up and he's like, no. I want to see how this plays out.
There was a room full of all sorts of ancient magics back there. And this
Ancient
was
magics?
some sort of sorcerer or mage or something.
I see.
That was causing all your problems in the salt mines. Now you can get back to your economic business.
You understand we'll need to confirm what you've just said.
Yes, absolutely.
I see.
We thought bringing it back might help us leverage maybe some adventurers passes.
I'll tell you what. The Count is busy today. And we need to confirm. We'll send men out on horses to the salt mines, and if they return saying that everything is fine, I will schedule you in for an appointment tomorrow afternoon.
Yeah, and I'll tell them exactly where the room is.
Of course.
Yeah.
For now, we would like you to stay as honored guests.
It's about time.
We'll take care of all of your needs. Just follow these men.
This is not honored guests of the dungeon, is it?
It's non-negotiable, but it's not a dungeon.
Will Glimo be there?
Oh my god.
I'm afraid I don't know who that is.
No. That's the fun. That's the Fungeon. It's different.
Right.
I like turn to the guy.
Are you talking about that young man at the western gate who keeps filing paperwork?
Yes.
What a ridiculous name.
His name is Glimo.
His name is not Glimo. That's his wizard name. You'd think someone would file the correct paperwork for that man.
Is his name like Gary?
Or Frank. It's always a Frank.
Doesn't matter what his name is. What matters is that you go with these two gentlemen where we can get you washed off and we'll have a nice spread set out for you. I assume you all eat meat and cheese and bread-like objects.
I do have one request though.
I see.
I am a cleric of Guzengoff, and my religious symbol is actually a small dagger. I was wondering if I might have permission to use it to pray.
All right, make a persuasion check.
Okay. Okay. 11.
Okay. He says, I'm afraid we can't allow you to take a dagger with you for any of that harm. Could we provide you with a temporary substitute? I'm sure we can send someone to town to find a less violent holy symbol.
A less violent holy symbol of war.
I am a cleric of war. There is no such thing as a less violent symbol.
Okay. I'm afraid we'll need to separate you from it for a time then. Only until we confirm your probably truthful story. You understand it's for your own good.
What do you want me to do with this? And I shake the head a little bit.
You know, don't put that on my desk. Give it to him. And he points to one of the guards.
I'll drop it back in the bag, tie the bag, and chuck it at the guy.
He's like, oh, it's hideous.
Don't be so frightened. It's just a decapitated head.
We've all got one.
Now, how about that charcuterie board?
Yes.
Charcuterie.
Yes, elves are indeed hideous.
So the one guard is standing there with a bag with a head in it, and the other guard leads you downstairs. The place they're taking you to is attached to this central city estate. It's like a noble villa, right? It's got rooms for a couple people. It's not big enough for the four of you to live in regularly, but it's like staying in a hotel room with four dudes, right? You could probably put up with it for one night. They set out a nice spread for you on a circular platter, leave you a couple less than lethal knives, not steak knives, but like regular table knives and forks and stuff like that. There's a lot of good food here, like way better than you would have expected for people who are essentially being imprisoned.
Finley is gluttonous, to say the least.
Well, there's plenty of glutamine to glut yourself on.
Ooh.
Gluttonous for a halfling. Just normal portion.
He's like, I had a whole half pint.
I award you inspiration for that clever wordplay.
Thanks. It took me a while to get to it, though. I feel like I was like, all right, I could do this. I can make it there. Yeah. Do you guys want to time skip to meeting with the Count, or is there anything you want to do when you're in the villa?
Are we like locked in the villa region?
It's not that you're locked in, but there are guards outside with specific orders to not let you outside. So you could technically open the door and ask them for stuff, but they're not going to let you wander around.
Okay. Well, I mean, I'll just relax, I guess. At that point.
Yeah, this will count as a rest, so I can get rid of my disadvantage. And who else had it? Was it?
Same.
Daka.
Just resting off that exhaustion.
How do you all pass the time?
Finley eats until his little belly is distended and passes out on the floor covered with bits of meat and cheese.
Finley is my weekend goals, apparently.
Yes.
I would have a conversation with that my cleric. I forget his name now. It's like Tor or something like that, right?
Tell. You need your holy symbol in order to talk to him.
Okay.
Al and his brother show.
Yeah, you start trying to pray, but you receive no call on the line without your holy symbol. You know, they do the 56K modem thing where you start the handshaking process, but you can't get the encoding right.
Can I make
and then my mom yells to get off the phone.
Get off the phone!
Am I still at disadvantage, or is that?
So you guys will be in here for about 24 hours. So over that time, your disadvantage will be gone.
Okay. Once I feel better, I'll make a religion check to see if I can help Kelly contact whoever it is.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead.
Nope.
You believe that silver coin you found of a ancient Fey demigod, if you could somehow turn it into an implement of war, could be used as a conduit. And there would be no repercussions for defiling it.
Wait, what? Sorry, I missed that.
That seems like a lot of good for a low roll. That seems
If he
too
can
good
murder someone with the coin, it will work.
Okay. I'm in no rush. It was more like I had nothing better to do. So
cut to a scene of like him pushing the coin through someone's head, like
putting it into their throat and choking them, and then cutting it out with like one of the table.
What is this, Daredevil? Like, if you want a deep reference, I'd be like, what is this, Mistborn? But no one would get that. Wow, did you get that one?
No.
No, fuck.
I'd be like, well, I tried.
Daka, you brought back a bunch of paperwork with you.
Books and map and the silver coin.
As you go over that information, you get a description of a spell in his notes. You were specifically looking for information about time travel. And in his notes, it is slightly encoded, Full Metal Alchemist style, but you do manage to decrypt it over 24 hours. That, something like this. Today, I saw it. 'Twas marvelous indeed. Cannot believe my eyes. This magic was beyond anything we could accomplish. As I watched, time reversed itself. Several moments, 4 heartbeats, 6 seconds, indeed. As the man's actions unwound themselves, he cast the spell a second time, and the lightning forked out. When I spoke with him afterwards, he told me that it was a wish, the highest form of magic, the ultimate tier, the 9th level. We were only aware of 7 levels. And yet now 2 more remained to overcome. I asked the man his name, and he said only that he would be called Tarnax the Monochrome, the invincible warrior.
Tarnax the Monochrome?
So like French.
Oh,
So it's
Yeah, pretend he's from Quebec. Bam.
oh so
Tarnax le Monochrome.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
Yeah, he describes to you the spell Wish, basically, which allows you to turn back time 1 turn and repeat an action with different results.
Would I have ever heard of this before, or is this news to
No.
me too?
Yeah, the highest level of spells that people generally cast in that you remember is around like 4th tier magic. That anything above 3rd tier in your memory is considered like world-shaping magic.
So what level do you have to be in order to cast this?
Cast what?
Wish. Like,
Oh, I mean, it depends on your
teens?
class, of course, but let's see where wizards get it.
It was 8 or 9 for wizards, right?
I mean, yeah, it's a 9th level
sense.
wizard spell, so you need to be level 16.
Okay, 16.
Wow, shit. That's a long ways away, but we have it,
Yeah,
so that's
so
good.
like 57 episodes from now.
Let's be clear here. This is not a recipe for Wish. Like, this will not teach you how to
this is
cast
a
a Wish spell.
description. Of,
This is a description of it existing. I think what
I'll
might
take it
be
with a grain of salt though, because I don't really know this guy much.
right, but he mentions that he's capable of casting 7th level spells, which means he was at least level 13.
Hmm.
I find that hard to believe.
The guy that we killed,
Yes.
Yeah.
but he said he was weakened by something. So, cool. Is there any? If I wouldn't know anything about it, I guess there's no rolls I could possibly make to
About what?
glean more information.
You could try to make an Arcana check to see if you know anything. That's probably a skill, right? I'm pretty sure Arcana is a skill.
Yeah, that's an int check.
Yes.
At -1.
Well, if you want to be good at stuff, try being good at it.
So get good.
If you want to get positive news results about yourself, do positive things. Wow, a 0. Incredible. Incredible.
I know nothing about this.
Oh, how can I punish you with this failure? I almost want to ask the group for suggestions about something bad that happens to you. Oh boy, I know what it is, Daka. You're sitting next to the fireplace going through these, reading through them, and then you drop one and it drops into the fire and then the little sparks fly out and start to settle on the rest of the papers you have out.
I'll try to snub them
Yeah.
before they burn anything.
You use thaumaturgy to reduce the flames.
I was gonna try that, but it doesn't do anything to heat. It just does light, I think.
No, it can cause flames to flicker and dim and such.
Oh,
I feel
okay,
like you
well,
could
Yeah,
you could bring the little tiny flames down to a manageable level while you push them away.
yeah, I'll do that then.
All right, yeah. You lose some of the papers that you have.
Well, swearing up a storm in Sylvan.
One of the guards immediately bursts in the room and is like, "Is everything okay here?"
Everything's on fire. I'm like, yep. It's fine.
Are you sure?
It's fine.
Okay, I'm going back outside. Don't cook the meat on the fire. There's a furnace.
Right.
He just assumes you were making food in the fireplace.
Even though there's clearly like books everywhere.
Well, I mean, the books are on fire, but he's assuming that it's because you were cooking.
Mm.
Look, I'm sorry that he's drawing assumptions because he's dumb.
He's got lower int than I do, and I've got a 9.
He heads back outside and closes the door.
When he closes the door, he your furnaces are for smelting ingots, dumbass.
Just that stabbing comment.
Do
Stop
any of you do anything until we skip forward? I don't know if anyone.
No.
If I can't do any communication stuff, I definitely probably won't do anything. So.
God is outside of your calling plan currently.
Boo-doo-doo. This number is currently not in service.
You are not giving your weapons back, except for the holy symbol. But you are led to the count's office once again around noon of the next day. The door opens, and there is a man standing in not fresh clothing. It looks to be dated compared to the modern styles. He has a very well-trimmed mustache to go with his prodigious nose. As you walk in, he says, "Greetings. Greetings. My name is Count Iron Bonderuct Freehold. I understand that you have eliminated a problem that has beset this fair county for some time.
We have.
And you are, according to some reports, members of the Adventuring Guild."
I am. I give like a very graceful, respectful bow and say, I am a card-carrying Adventurers Guild member. My 3 companions, they wish to join the guild as well, and we viewed this as sort of an initiation in order to get them their own.
That is against regulations. But you are not the first adventurer lately to be acting outside of the code.
But
As they say,
you can ask them, dear Count. I did most of the work.
what happens in Freehold stays in Freehold. I will not report your actions to the guild.
Thank you, my Count.
I'm just sort of like looking over at Finley, like his voice has changed for some reason. It's like,
So, was everything okay with your rider? They found evidence that
Indeed.
we did what we did?
There were quite a few bodies left. We are preparing transportation for a contingent of dwarven miners to begin the work once more.
I'm glad everything is back in order then.
Indeed. As long as the salt continues to flow, the county will prosper, and more importantly, we'll be able to meet our quotas. Please, take a seat, gentlemen. Take a seat. Let me ask your names. I, of course, have introduced myself.
My name is Kelly. And these, Daka, Finley, and Agram.
I see. Gentlemen, might I ask why it is that you have put your prodigious novice talents towards solving this problem outside of a guild contract?
Give us an in.
Well, and we.
It sounds as if you have an in. Does not your party leader work for the guild?
Well, calling him our leader is a little much. I mean, Lord bless him, he tries, but you know.
We saw a problem that needs fixing. We met what was her name?
Lycidia.
Lycidia informed us of the goings on at the salt mines. She was desperate for help. And, well, we just can't turn down a request as emphatic as such as what she brought forth to us.
What you say is strange. Lycidia has still been asking for aid. Several weeks now.
We had. I'm sure your clerk has told you that we brought in a severed head. It was getting quite ripe, so we thought it best to come here first.
Yes?
Yes, we have not informed her yet. We want her to come straight to you.
We were going to inform her, but you graciously put us up in your guest room, so.
Indeed. I will have someone send word to her that she no longer needs to look for companions. What she was doing is against guild code anyway, but you are no stranger to that.
Very gracious of you, my Count.
We found some quite interesting documents in there as well. I'll produce maybe the map. Like the map that does not have any current world locations on it.
So he seems extremely curious when you bring the map out, and stands up from behind his desk and moves to go look at the map beside you and says, "Ah, yes. How interesting indeed. I have not looked upon one of these in many years."
Yeah. As you can see, there are no markings of Bondrock or Flemia, any of the
Indeed.
towns that we would know.
The whole of Freehold County is still marked as being Elvish. Must be at least 1,000, perhaps more years old. Gentlemen, I'm afraid I must bring up an extremely awkward subject. However, according to county law, that salt mine is owned by me, and thus everything inside it is also owned by me. And you appear to have removed objects from it. Now, I am not so stingy as to demand you turn over all of your goods. However, I will need you to turn over the goods for reasonable compensation.
I like look around at my companions and just like,
What would you consider reasonable compensation?
Well, what did you take out of the mines? You said that you had several documents. Was there anything
Books
else?
mostly. Books mostly in variety of languages. I'll tell them which
Okay.
languages there were.
Any magical items, perhaps? Necromancing
Not that I'm aware.
tools?
I don't believe so.
Not that I recall, but I'll like take out the silver coin from my pocket, like some. I don't believe it's magical, but
Just to be clear, you guys did get the I think
yeah,
it
I
was
know
called
we're
the
being deceptive.
drift code. Okay, all right. I'm gonna need. I feel like Daka is taking the lead in this conversation,
Sure.
but we'll get a assist from Finley,
Okay.
so you have advantage on this deception check.
Sweet. It's not great.
It is not that I do not believe you. However, there were several trinkets that my guards saw among your accoutrement that would be unusual for pre-guild travelers to have acquired.
Well, we didn't
I
get a
will-
chance to go through everything.
I will not be upset if you simply come clean with the truth now. As I said, I do wish to recompense you for your trouble in acquiring these objects, and of course there will be a reward for the good work, as you have put it.
well, out of character, real quick. The items we got aren't fantastic.
Yeah.
So as far as I'm concerned, like the orb is like, it would be helpful to a degree, but not any more helpful than a headlamp would be.
It's
So,
actually worse than a headlamp, actually.
yeah.
Because it stays, 60 feet away at all
Yes.
times? It's like, that's pretty useless.
Yeah. I'll just say like there was an orb and there was a scroll that looked like it had some maybe properties. We didn't have much time to identify them.
That's okay.
But they're yours if you want them.
Wait,
that
that snow globe's magical? Well, shit.
I am a accomplished collegiate, and I'm sure that I, over the course of several seconds, could unveil the contents of that scroll. If
Would
you could,
mind doing so we would know what we found.
if you could produce these items for me, I would be able to assess them rather quickly.
Are they still with our gear or do we have them now?
You have your gear without the weapons.
Okay, so I'll like fish through the documents and like I think Kelly still has the orb.
I think Finley has it.
I think Finley has it too,
I
because
have the orb.
he's the only one that would want to use it.
Yeah.
So I'll like produce the like scroll casing. It's probably like got an actually in a case. It's probably kind of nice.
You see, gentlemen, this is why I said we should have traveled with a wizard so we can know when we got this shit laying around.
I hold the orb out, but I do like the weird, like David Bowie thing from Labyrinth with it. Yeah.
Like the contact juggling or whatever.
Yeah.
So he flicks his hand over the scroll and some writing appears briefly and like a weird sigil that slowly fades, and he says, yes, it is good that you did not travel with this. It could have caused you many problems.
Might I ask what it was?
I hope that you will appreciate when I say that its contents are beyond your capabilities and should not be used by any common citizen.
I would believe that. There's some weird stories in these books.
It will take several hours to procure the money. I do not have it on hand, but I am willing to offer 1,525 gold pieces for the items that you have here.
Do
Finley
you
picks his
perhaps
straw back up from the floor?
have
Didn't come that far though. It's like
do you perhaps have a smith on hand?
There are several smiths in town.
Or do you have one that you trust, perhaps?
My personal armorer.
I was wondering if perhaps that maybe some you would be open to commissioning some plate armor.
It will take several months to complete a suit of plate armor. If you wish to remain in the area, I could deduct it from your credit.
There's nothing that could be fitted in this time.
If you simply wish a set of plate armor, I'm sure I could part with something that we could customize to you over the course of several days.
That would be suitable.
You are rather more sized than many here, but I'm sure that our armorer can work his usual magic.
That'd be very grateful.
So he writes something on a piece of paper and then hands it to you. Take this downstairs when we are done here.
I'm like, grab it. I don't even bother opening it. Like, it's,
I pretend to read it and just like, eh.
Very good.
Yeah.
Gentlemen, I wish to thank you once again for what you have done on behalf of County Freehold.
What does he do with the orb?
He leaves it on the table, but he's paid you for it.
He can shove it up his ass for all I care. We got 1,500 gold for this.
Well, with the minus 500, you get 12, 20, 10,
Still.
25 gold pieces.
That's still not bad. Brings us back up to like where we were pre-fixing.
That's even more.
That's way more. It's about twice as much as what you had.
Kelly gets punched in the face enough that I have no problems getting him plate mail.
I think that'll put me up like
21?
So plate armor is 18, which will put me up 2 AC, which puts me into 21.
Yeah.
Which is stupid good as far as not getting punched in the face anymore. But Arthur rolls good, so you know.
Sometimes.
Before
Not
the
all the
count
time.
leaves, I'll like, because we did come here.
He's
to,
not.
like,
I mean, he's in his office. He's not leaving. You are.
oh,
Yeah.
if they leave, then I remain for a second.
All right. Yes. Was there something, Daka?
Yeah, so my friends and I, we seem to be in some sort of predicament. And then I turn around and like, I'll like take my hood off and move my hair out of the way to see like the sigil on the back of my neck. We all have this. We don't know why. Since you are versed in magical things.
So he goes closer and takes a look at it and says, "You didn't just get drunk some night? That happened to me in the collegiate. I wouldn't mention where, but I did get matching tattoos with several of my fellow bards."
No.
I see. I would suggest heading to the Royal Academy of Magic in the capital.
How many days travel is it?
Well, probably more than a week, although you are wealthy enough to afford your own cart and horses, so perhaps a bit less if you weren't traveling on foot.
Do we need to go there to do something for the Adventurers Guild anyway?
Yes, the main Adventuring Guild office is in capital. I suppose you could stop at one of the outposts on the way, but the main guild will be able to provide you with identification services, which will be crucially necessary to your future.
Useful, yes.
I suggest you visit my old establishment when you were in the Royal Academy. I'll give you... And then he, like, looks around and is like, yes, of course. And then, like, pulls something off the wall and hands it to you. It's a banner with his house seal, but it looks quite aged. And it's not like a full banner, right? It's, you know, like something you could drape over your hand.
Yeah.
And says, "Head to the Royal Academy of Magic's occult club, the Ramic. They are well versed in seeking out interesting puzzles, such as this obviously magical tattoo. Have you not identified it yet? I'm afraid that my spell work is not able to decode it, but it is clearly magical to my senses."
We deduce so much as it's magical. We just don't know why we got it, where we got it from, why the four of us have it. We've no relation other than this tattoo.
I'm very hesitant to say it, but you could also speak with a priest to remove any curses upon it, if it is cursed.
Arthur, when I used detect magic, did I notice anything from the back of people's necks?
Yes.
Was it just like glowing?
Yeah.
Okay. It's interesting.
What did you give me?
Give you a
He
pendant.
gave you a banner with the freehold emblem.
How much gold did we end up getting?
1025.
And he wants me to go see what again? The occult club.
The Royal Academy of Magic's occult club. So it's like a fraternity.
What did he call it? He had a name.
The RAMOC. RAMOC. Royal Academy of Magic Occult Club.
Makes sense. Cool. I'm just writing down notes.
So everyone gets 256 gold, and then there's like 25 silver pieces as well.
Sweet. Should make sure not to stay at that fucking hotel.
Let's cut to Kelly. When you go downstairs and visit the armor and hand him that piece of paper, he just kind of grunts at you and kicks out a stool for you to stand on, and then points at it. Hasn't said anything yet.
You want me to sit on it?
Stand.
Okay.
Take off your shirt. And then he starts undoing your belt for you.
I don't pay any mind to that.
Right?
You're a soldier. You've seen some things.
Strips you down to your underwear and then just like pulls out
I'm
a tape
not wearing
measure.
underwear, like honestly.
All right.
Like,
You stand there naked. He's just like,
Kelly's hanging dong, man.
then shoop, shoop, just starts measuring you in several places. He almost, like, he gets near your crotch, it just looks like maybe he's gonna measure it and then thinks better of it. Then he starts going through the place and says, put your pants back on.
You're not getting the
It's like-
cod piece there, bud.
He's going to all these different like full plate breastplates. And he's like knocking on them and like looking at his measurement sheet and looking at them, and he's still looking away from you. He's like, you can put your shirt back on too.
Oh, okay.
So is there a particular style of full plate that you're looking for? I mean, are you going for paladin, dark knight, soldier, goblin slayer,
Man at arms.
man at arms,
It's probably
space
more
marine?
It's probably more like mercenary than anything.
I don't know what a mercenary
So
plate
he
mail
means
would
like,
look like.
so like I imagining like the solid piece with like the more of the God, was it Gambison stuff at the bottom?
It looks, in terms of styling, Arthur, it looks more functional than, like, say, something that you'd use to display.
Like a conquistador type of like solid chest piece, but maybe not as much on the arms and such.
Every time I think of a conquistador, I immediately think of that guy from Pocahontas, the governor.
I would say, like, you know, probably like a very functional piece of armor more than like
So like a soldier's armor.
Oh, basically, yeah.
All right.
Like I'm not doing anything. I'm not asking him to like. I'm not.
You're
gonna
like,
have a
I'm not
page-
Rorik, Arthur.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm not going to stand on any rocks and look great anytime soon.
The tank top, a full plate, you know.
Well, yeah, or like Kruber from Vermintide.
How
like,
to get stabbed in your arms, 101. Yeah, you see this piece of armor that he's working with, and he's like, this is the one for you. It's going to take 2 days for us to get it resized to you. We'll have to bend some metal. Come back then with your pants on.
You asked, sure. I'm not gonna make a joke there. It's like 2 days. So yeah, I'll go tell the guys that, you know, in 2 days time I'll have some armor. And yeah, we'll go from there.
It's just enough time to go visit the Gleemo merch gift shop, so Finley can get some merch, some like I love Gleemo shirts and stuff.
I am going to meet Gleemo.
Okay. You're going same day to meet Gleemo?
Yeah.
Gosh, I feel like it's like a bunch of dudes taking a kid brother out. But you're like tumbling and rolling. And you're like, yeah, Gleemo, we're going to go see him.
And I like the idea that there's another group of adventurers walking past us, and they also have like a halfling bard or something like that they're also like kidding around. And it's like, yes, we'll go see the wizard. And then everyone else,
He's at the Western Gate.
Here's what we need. We need one of those things. It's like a kid harness with a leash just to keep.
I've got him like strapped to the front of me.
Yes.
New from the makers of card nuts.
No.
Papoose.
No. We are at break time, and when we come back, we will describe the Western Gate and the wizard who lives there.
Yay!
So if you're a Gleemo fanatic, for some reason, we've literally never seen him, but this guy is so popular.
He's amazing.
You know nothing about him.
The biggest letdown. It's going to be great.
We'll be back in about 8 minutes for the second half. I'll be Gleemo-ful to see you there. No, that was bad. All right, we'll work on it.